Things your body parts reveal about you. From the top of your head to the tip of your toe, and even your bum, boffins believe our body parts contain clues to our personality. The arch of an eyebrow, length of an index finger, or the shape of your hairline can reveal anything from your love life to your IQ. So are blondes really dumb? Are green-eyed people jealous? Or are short people funny? And why does your chin make you a cheat? We gathered together the evidence to ask what your body says about you. Hair. Blonde women are more confident than brunettes and redheads because they are used to getting more attention, say experts at the University of California. Redheads have been shown to be the most sensitive to pain of all hair colors and often require higher doses of pain medication and anesthesia than blondes or brunettes. The average bald man in America has an IQ of 119, which is above the average man's IQ of 115. Since the sample size was so large, it proves statistically that bald men are smarter than men with hair. Forehead. Face reader Dodhichi Toth says a wide forehead indicates cleverness, practicality, and diligence, and people with a wide forehead are full of ideas. On the other hand, people with a high rounded and deep forehead have a strong interest in friendship. People with a flat forehead have a pragmatic nature and are prone to dealing in facts. If you got a flying forehead or a receding forehead, you're likely to be impatient and spontaneous. Unfortunately, having an indented forehead is not a good omen for your employment or business prospects, and lucky for you with pointed foreheads, you're likely to be very bright if your hairline is set back and not too narrow. Face. Men with a wider face tend to be more devious and more willing to cheat. Narrow-faced men are more likely to be honest and open, so have a close look at your bloke and see which category you'd put him in. Eyebrows. Chinese face reading claims to see very specific personalities within the tiniest details of your eyebrows. Between the ages of 31 and 34, people with short eyebrows will have more disruptions in their professional and personal life than the rest of us. Anyone with thick, dark brows is likely to be very active and friendly. These are people you need to know. They love to party and treat their friends. Slightly less fun are people with light and sparse eyebrows. They tend to follow directions to the letter and put a lot of energy into staying organized. People with straight brows have very strong convictions and stick to their guns no matter what. Having brows that point upwards indicates a strong work ethic. These people generally make good leaders. Messy eyebrows, messy life. Well, messy approach to looking after cash at least. Eyes. Pale blue eyes. Peaceful but need to develop more physical strength and endurance. Blue-gray eyes. You analyze your emotions, are focused, and mentally adept. Green eyes. You think 20 thoughts at the same time, need variety at work, and are easily bored. Brown eyes. You are family-oriented, warm-hearted, caring. Gray eyes. You are private, cool emotionally, and able to keep affairs confidential. Nose. Turned up. These people are mostly kind, optimistic, and full of character, often with an endless enthusiasm for new things and experiences. Hawk. They do not need the approval of others and are usually fairly rebellious. They're unlikely to care what others think of them and are most happy when pursuing their own projects or goals. Greek. A classic straight shape. The nose suggests an inspirational yet functional organizer. A grafter with an efficient and matter-of-fact manner. Roman. This nose is characteristic of leaders and signals a strong but not impulsive personality. Carefully measured and rarely aggressive. Nubian. Long and wide at the base. These people are creative and passionate and always thinking of new ways to approach problems. Snub. Quick-witted both physically and mentally. They think fast and tend to be more streetwise than your average person. Chinese face readers believe snub-nosed people make attentive partners. Ears. According to master face reader Joey Yap, there are 50 ear types and each represents intelligence. The more protruding the ears, the more people are likely to enjoy being in the limelight. People with flat ears tend to be more opinionated And anyone with big earlobes knows how to make the most of a luxurious life. An indicator of intelligence is when the top part of the ear is bigger and rounder than the bottom. Lips. Women with thin lips are more likely to have long relationships, while women with full lips and a big mouth are likely to be very lucky and always extremely popular. Chin. Women with big chins are more likely to cheat because they have higher levels of testosterone, according to US research. Bust. Large-breasted women tend to have higher IQs than those less well-endowed, a poll of 1,200 women in Chicago concluded. Arms. People who have longer arms than average are 10% less likely to get Alzheimer's and 7% less likely to develop dementia. Hands. Men with ring fingers longer than their index fingers are more sexy to women, but they are also bad drivers, according to a different study. People whose index finger doesn't reach past the bottom of the middle finger lack confidence. If someone's little finger stands out from their hand naturally, it shows independence and an outgoing personality. Tum. Fatter men have greater sexual stamina than slim men. A year-long study found fatter men made love for an average of 7.3 minutes, while slender men held on for just 108 seconds. Heavy men had higher levels of female sex hormones, slowing their progress towards orgasm. Hips. Women with big hips are more forgetful than their peers. Pear-shaped women with small waists but big hips are the worst offenders. Bum. A round bottom suggests a person is happy and optimistic in life, while a flat bum means they're likely to be a bit vain and quite unhappy. If someone has a muscular bottom, they tend to be very confident, charismatic, and creative. A pear-shaped bun usually belongs to someone who is very patient and down-to-earth. Feet. People with bunions are probably doing too much for other people and not enough for themselves. Having an ingrown toenail indicates the sufferer feels threatened and vulnerable. People with wide feet are usually very hardworking. They find it difficult to sit down and do nothing. Narrow feet or princess feet usually belong to someone much happier to sit back and let others run around after them. And finally, don't judge a man's manhood by the size of his feet. According to research, there's absolutely no link between shoe size and his lunchbox.